around. So, hey guys, it is February 25th, and we're here at Rhythm of Life RI. We're here in my beautiful sanctuary, my wellness space. Christine Johnston here with Seth, and we're beginning a Connect and Clarity session. So love and light to you always, and to everyone who you surround. Namaste. Fantastic. So anyway, so let's just, so I want to say to you in the work that I do, so get up, pace, cry, sit, do whatever, bathrooms over there if you need it. The time tends to just, when you're into this, the time just kind of really goes, and I'm feeling a good sense of flow with you. So, and we do, by the way, we have a picture of Lucas, who is Barbara and Linda's dog, who is giving great energy to this session as well. So I want to say to you, in the work that I do, and I very much appreciate you reaching back out to me after a little bit of time, and people do that, a lot, and they'll say, you know what? I think it's time that we, connect. So
it was great
so
to
I'm super cool.
Yeah, it was great to have, it was early on when Linda had mentioned you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Barbara had mentioned you, and I was like super busy, and I'm like, when I'm ready, like I'll reach back out.
Notice I never.
I know.
Not a used car salesman. This is just really important work that I've been doing. I've always seen and heard things as a kid, and couldn't really talk about it as a kid, and so now, these last, especially 20 years, is I'm really sort of coming into my own on it all. I do want to say to you that, anything that has come through, that does come through, I have no control over, and so even though people always get a feeling or, can fathom a piece of, what it is that they are interested in and what they're asking for, but I trust, implicitly that whatever universe is going to give is what they're going to give. So let's just go ahead, Seth, and for both of us, let's just go ahead and take a really low, deep breath together. And let's just release it into the air. And letting our shoulders release downward. And feeling maybe a little bit of a tingle into your hands or the back of your spine or your jaw. We're going to do it just one more time to allow love and light and energy to come through. And just release, my love. So when I sit and channel for people, usually what happens is, I will fill a paper, but you people are busy. So, because very rarely do I ever go on to another sheet of paper. So this was like, wow, this Seth's got some energy going on in here, so this is cool. And again, if you need to leak, there are always tissues that are there, which are really great. So let us begin. If you have any questions, like I said, this is not me just dictating to you. If you have any thoughts along the way, talk to me. That's what this is about. We want to make sure that we save a good 10 minutes at the end. If you wish, you'll get to choose one of those decks, and we can do a 4 to 6 card, reading. It's quick. It's not like tarot. It's just giving us information. I'll take pictures of it, or you can take pictures of it, and you'll have the information. However this is supposed to go, it will go. If it's meant to just be here, great. If it's meant to add a piece of that, it's great as well. So I'm going to say to you, beautiful teddy bear of a man, which is what I just feel. You just feel like a teddy bear. You just feel like somebody who could just hug and just get great comfort from. And if I'm not looking at you, I'm listening. I'm seeing pictures and I'm hearing words. That's my deal. When I sat and connected with you, I will read and then I will throw some thoughts out. There was an immediate connection from my third eye, from my crown, from my sense of connecting with Source to yours, and such a fast and effortless feeling about your amazing friend. And I was supposed to write the word pup. Gabriel. Okay, so yes, please. So, and go to it when you're ready. I mean, honey, empty the box. I've got them everywhere. And please know that I'm not making this crap up. So this is where we begin. So hold it, do what you've got to do, because you've got so much you need to release. You can take those glasses off. You can put them down here. You can sob. You can do whatever you want to do. And I want to tell you, I get chills when I'm getting that sense. Feel my hand. How cold. Feel Source. That Source is just so here right now. I get so cold. Oh my God. Okay, they're everywhere. So we're going to turn up that heat a little bit. Pup. And I'm like, why am I writing the word pup? And I said, he will know. And then when you're done with him, you can just drop him down on the floor. It's really cool. We'll pick him up later. As you can see, I'm used to this. So your head feels so heavy. He's saying, so full of thoughts, so full of fears, so full of stuff. I was supposed to write the word stuff in there. You've got so much stuff in there. But this pup, this animal who I don't know, I can feel this animal's energy, but it's like everything to you, like everything to you, like everything to you, and everything to them. And my lady and Tiger and Susie, oh my God, just so much stuff. But he connects with me immediately. As I said to you when you texted, he's like right there, and it was just crazy. He's like pushy. He's right there. And Pop, don't you call me a dog? I don't even know how old he was when he crossed. It feels like he was maybe 8, 9, 10, something like that. He feels like, so he's probably in human years, maybe 70, 80, something like that. So I don't know. But he said, Pop. I miss Pop. And so I'm like, okay, I will write that down. And of course, these are yours. I'm not keeping them, so you can have these forever. Seeing Gabe, and this is what he's showing me. He wants you to see this because he was there, just so easy. Birds, something about birds. He's got a thing with birds. He's chasing birds all over the place. Don't know if you ever did frisbees.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
yeah.
I mean, again, and I'm reading, so obviously you see that. So there's something about, and I put the color on the minimalist light behind you, yellow.
Oh my God.
He's telling me yellow. It's all about yellow, and yellow is his big thing. So it's birds, frisbees, his tail. He said he would chase his tail, especially as a young one. He would chase his tail. I think later on he's showing me he's feeling, did it a little bit less older. It wasn't so cool. It wasn't as cool. So, but he would chase his tail. But the frisbees, I don't know if you ever skipped stones. If you ever did anything that he went after, like nature is such a big thing to him, and being out, and there is something I need to give to you from him, but I'm energizing it right now, so I'll give it to you in a second. In life, also in the next, he's chasing his tail, he's running frisbees in the afterlife, obstructions, etc. in his solar plexus. I don't know what was going on in this area of his body. Again, I know nothing about him, and that's the beauty of this stuff that I do. Then my clients will say, this is what's going on, and this is what's going on. The yellow piece, knowing that the solar plexus, Seth, is represented by the color yellow. Okay, in our chakras, in our energy centers, yellow is the solar plexus, which has to do with digestive, has to do with liver, has to do with pancreas, gallbladder, lymph system, and immune system, and all of that stuff. Something's going on in here, and he said that in his solar plexus, moving and breathing labored in some way. Is that, and I'm so sorry, and like empty the box.
No.
But I know nothing about him, but he's showing me in here. And also this dog is so cool and special because he is like, he's so sorry that he made you feel helpless. He's so sorry that he could not be here to be your best friend.
Oh my God, he was more than anything like.
Yeah, your best friend. Your best friend. He's so what's so special about this animal, Lucas, wise old man. So what's so special about this dog is he always put aside his stuff, and he always put you first. Always put you first. You have a partner? Okay, and does your partner live with you guys? Okay, so there's something about your partner as well, but he wants to say to you, oh my God, he's so funny. He wants to say, sometimes he's jealous. Sometimes he would get jealous about that attention. And with the partner, he says, so he wanted you all for himself. He wanted you all. Loves your partner, okay, but you got to know, sometimes he would be a little bit jealous about that kind of stuff. And that's okay. There's nothing bad about all of that. But he's saying, moving and breathing were very labored. And there's something, talk to me, digestive, what was the obstruction? What was going on in the breathing in the center?
He had a congestive heart failure. And
that's what my father died of.
his breathing was
So labored, yeah, so labored, unbelievable. So yeah, and I don't need you to,
No.
because I don't. I mean, I know it's so hard because I'm such an animal file. It's incredible. So, the other reason we don't have any in the house now is because my husband is allergic, but that's another whole idea. So it's the moving piece was hard, but he wants to say he tried so hard to put all of that aside for as long as he could in order to keep showing you as he slowed down, as he lied down a lot, as he wasn't able to get up a lot. Please know that his feelings never wavered, they never changed, they were always all about what he could do for you. Please know that. And in the afterlife, it's exactly the same thing. All free. And he's saying to me, he wants you to know these are all so free now. Everything is so free now. Yellow is so big. He's saying to me, yellow, and I had to put yellow on the thing. Yellow is so big. This dog is so evolved. This dog is almost like not a dog in that body. That dog is like a human. This dog was a human. There's not a question, not about it. As I will share with you in 2 or 3 seconds, my 27-year-old daughter, not a question that she was a dolphin before she came into this human body. There are just so many. So do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I know that we can go back and forth and we can do those things. So freaking evolved. Looked like he, and this is crazy, and I don't know, I've heard this before, but rarely. He's saying, please tell him that he was laughing all the time. He almost looked like he could laugh or smile. Is that a weird thing about him?
He always had like
a smile.
Every picture.
I would love, and when we're finished with this, I would love to see a picture of him, please, because I have no clue. But he said he'll know it's me because I look like, I mean, you know already it's him, but that he would laugh at you sometimes and he would smile. And when I connected again just before you came, he showed me an episode of him running upstairs, and he would like run up a set of stairs and he'd turn around and you're like making your way upstairs and he'd be like laughing, just laughing. So I don't know if there's a memory of stairs that he would just bolt up before you would, and then he would turn around like and almost laugh at you because, well, what's your deal? How come I can get up here first? So it's the levity part that he wants to share with you. Why is yellow so big? I want to tell you just a couple more things. Looked like he could laugh, and then I'll let you share that piece. Almost human. I swear to God that he was human. There was a human, angelic, human piece of this dog that pulls in. Are you religious? Are you spiritual? I'm spiritual. Reiki, like I said, it's not religion, but it does, bring in angels. It brings in pieces of humanity that have been compassionate, if you know what I'm saying. So he's almost human. The dog blows me away. But he's like showing me, I can smile, which is really cool. I don't know what this means, maybe I do. You did, quotations, the right thing for me. You did the right thing. Whatever that was you did for him. I don't know if you eased his suffering, if you allowed him to cross. Whatever that was, he's saying, thank you, that was the right thing. Whatever you did for him, and I know this is sensitive. Always stayed strong for you. He tried to stay strong for you. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Did you feel that? So he's hearing this, right? So the portal's open. So obviously you can say anything you want to say. The portal's open.
Yeah, we didn't know, with his condition that, like, he would try not to.
Never showed it.
Never showed it.
Like,
by the time we knew about it.
It was too late.
Yeah.
It was too late. But that's what he wanted. He wanted every moment to be a moment. He didn't want it to be you suffering it out. Do you know what I'm saying? You connected, so always stayed strong for you and connected to you through strong feelings. There's the solar plexus, the feelings and emotions. He felt so much that he sent so much love, and he continues to send so much love for you here. When you connect with him, do you feel stuff when you connect with him? Do you feel, or are you sort of tapping into feeling something?
I feel like, I never stop talking to him, so it's like...
Good. Oh, good.
So
and don't.
now it's like...
And don't. So there's something about when you feel something and you want to talk to him, it's because he's reaching out and he's got something to say to you. Because you're super spiritual. You're super connected. And I'm so honored to sit here with you today.
Thank you.
Unbelievably honored to sit with you today. When you feel it, when you feel that ping, that something in here, he's reaching out and he wants you to take a moment and talk with him. So don't, but that's what I'm hearing. So he looked like he could actually smile. Loved more than anything being your best friend, okay? And that's the thing. And this is where I need to say this, and then I want to hand this to you. So sorry he had to leave you, because you still really needed him. That's his feeling. Not that he necessarily needed you and your partner so much, but that you needed him. That was his job. He's supposed to take care of you. And that's this selfless dog, this selfless being who didn't show you he was in pain ever, okay? And his regret is that he had to leave you because you still needed him. Beautiful, beautiful dog. Beautiful. And again, take plenty. Because you still needed him. Knew you were there at the end. He said he knew you were there. I don't know if, I almost feel like a connection. Was there a connection to forearm? Hind? Was there anything? What was your last connection? I'm feeling a connection to a limb. That's what he remembers. Hard to say.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Hard to say. He's sharing a connection with a limb. He's feeling a connection of your hand with a limb. And I really do feel like it's a forearm, okay?
It happened so quick.
It happened so quick. So you can sit with it, and if something comes to you and you want to share with him, then he'll tell you all about it, which is super, super cool. And he says that, I know that you were there at the end. He could feel you, and he said, I love you too. I love you too, is what he says. Feel him talk. Feel him guide you in your solar plexus, which is what we just talked about. That is how you'll know he is here with you. There's a feeling, and many other ways, I'm sure, but it's here. From time to time, I will hand out a gemstone of some kind. If something calls me. Usually it's the night before or the morning of when I'm channeling for somebody and doing my thing. And I pulled out my gemstones, and I was led to something with a word on it, and it basically just fell out and into my hand. So the thing that I love is that it's yellow, and the thing I love is it's friends, okay? And the thing that I love that he wants you to know is, if you were to take a really good look at this river stone, and that's why I asked you about rivers and creeks and running water is just really important to him, and I'll tell you why some more in a second. If you look at this, when I hand this off to you, and then it'll be yours to touch and hold forever, it really is a heart, the way it's shaped, which blows my freaking mind, okay? But here's the thing he wants to say to you. Sometimes you get it all wrong, my love. He says, you get it all wrong. You get so in your head, you get so fearful, you get so clogged up that you forget, to turn your life sometimes around this way, and just know whether it's right side up or upside down, it doesn't matter. In the good stuff, in the hard stuff, in the trying stuff, in the joyous stuff, upside down, right side up, we're always the best friends. Love is here for you in your life, upside down or right side up. It makes no difference. Now listen, I'm not judgmental. We can make a laundry list of my crap right now that I'm working on every day. But he says, you're in your head all the time. He said, you have great hands, he says, by the way. There's something about your hands. Your hands are magical in the work that you, whether you petting him, whatever you would do, feeding him, whatever you do, your hands are magical. He says, don't forget how good you always made him feel. How magical your hands are, how magical they are in your work, and you're an overworker, he says. You work too hard, you work too much, you're in your head so much, your hands are magical. When you would put your hands on him, he would melt. And he felt your hands on him as he was going home, as he was crossing home. And that's a really, really big deal. So whether things are, he's always here. And please lastly notice that this, beginning, you can see a little bit of crack, a little bit of difficultness in here, but look how everything ends. It's all just, everything's good. It's all okay. This is where he is now. He's here now. He's always here now. He will always be in your heart. So please accept this river stone from me and Gabriel. You're welcome to do with as you wish. Just feel it for a second and hold its energy. I'm not asking you to be a practitioner. I'm just asking you to be human. Just feel him for a second. And maybe, It'll be just a little memory or a word or a thought. And you don't have to share it with me. Please keep doing that. I'm going to find a little piece of information here as we move forward. Just a second to do this. Did that feel? Yeah. And you got some sort of good. Fantastic. I will send this information to you, but I'm not going to read it all here because that's not how I want to choose to use this session. But please see information about angel number 2. Okay, there's something about the number 2 that came up to me, and everything's coming from him anyway. That I sent you via text. You are in such need of balance and inner peace, and that's 2 is finding the balance. Okay, and that's a big number. And you guys made 2. You and he made 2, okay? And you're still it's still there. You're still connected with him. Less time in your head. Again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just right. And if you agree, great. And if you don't, that's fine. But I'm writing what I hear. Less time in the head and more time for breathing. Being near water. He wants you near water. Some of the best times were near water. He feels like near water is such an important part. Big for Gabe. It's big. And I'm calling him Gabe. You call him Gabriel, but I'm using the word pup and Gabe. Yeah. So that's how he refers to himself. He's referring to himself currently as Gabe. You are, he's so funny. It's a little confusing with that angel stuff that's going on. That Gabriel. Last time you read me the angel Gabriel. Gabe. Gabe. It has to be Gabe. So you are so wise, he says. You need release, my friend. You need release. You need some downtime, and you need to reset. Again, don't shoot the messenger. Something about Gabe. I don't know this dog. Oh, chills. Something about his eyes. His eyes. He says, please tell him. You have beautiful eyes, by the way. Thank you. Tell him that to remember that Gabe's eyes are like heaven sent. They're from heaven. When you look into his eyes, they're water-like. They're water, like they remind you of flow and water. Were they light colored? Were they a beautiful?
He was bi-eyed. He had a beautiful blue eye.
Oh, so there's the water piece. Gabe, eyes heavenly, seeing your soul. Such an old soul. He's so old and he's so wise. He's so wise. And this is so funny. The yellow piece again. And he came to me twice and said this. So I'm like, all right, I'll write it down. So I'm not sneezing anymore. On the other side. Again, whatever this means to you, I'm not sneezing. Yellow, flowers, dandelions, whatever the hell that means. It's funny. Yeah. It's like funny. And I can see him doing this. And it's not like this. It's and he would do this thing and he would sneeze. And so dandelions he made me write dandelions, daffodils, anything yellow. Yeah. Weeds. Like things that were like yellow, he would sneeze, and he thinks it's funny and it's lighthearted, it is, and it's all part of the yellow stuff. Yeah, would he sneeze occasionally?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever tuned into him sneezing, but
so he thinks it's just a funny thing. So, and he said when this happened. So with the 2s, when you read through this angel number 2, it's talking about. Balancing, it's talking about centering. You're going to get all kinds of silly ads because, hello, this is just the way it works. So when you go down to angel, all the way down, what does angel number 2 mean? It's guiding you. You'll see the number spontaneously, often in daily life. What's special about it? Angel 2 signifies cooperation and peacekeeping. Consequently, when you see it, it's time to embrace your inner peace. That's what the 2 piece is about, which is interesting because Gabriel was talking about that earlier. It signifies cooperation, peacekeeping. When you see this number, it's time to embrace inner peace. If you're experiencing any kind of conflicts, workplace, home, anywhere else to find diplomacy, it's also a good time to work through problems or roadblocks through breathing, through balance. Represents balance and divinity. So it's just a number, as I will send to you later, that signifies the 2 of you. It signifies you and your partner now, okay? Is that a good, solid, strong relationship? Fantastic. Oh, he's so cute, though. He's like, he's a little bit jealous, but he loves, who's your partner?
My partner is Jacob.
Jacob. Hi, Jacob. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. And all that kind of stuff. So So that being said, it's that always understanding, finding the balance, finding that inner peace, just finding that duplicity. Here's what I'm hearing. So 2 is this. It's that balance through the breath in and out. I'm feeling like you take it in, but you hold it sometimes, and you're not good at releasing. And so the breathing is a really good piece. So there's just a little thing too. When you see 2s around you, he's also talking to you. He's there. Pay attention on a license plate, on somebody's 2 on anything. All right, your pup is trying to talk to you, which is really, really cool stuff. Dandelions, blah, blah, blah. He wants to tell you that he leapt out of his body across a meadow, and I can still see it. So with me, the pictures stick. So it's like this big friggin' open field. It's a big meadow, and green. Green is really big too. There's just green. Did you used to enjoy summer grasses? Did you enjoy some? That's what I've got it written down here. Summer grasses. It's a big meadow where it's just open and limitless, and there are all kinds of dogs, and he has come across Lucas, which I have to tell Barb, because she'll start losing it, and it's because Barb and Linda adore Lucas, but Barb is the one who is super connected to Lucas. So that being said, leapt across a meadow through a stream. I can see he's running through a stream, and he's barking at birds. Birds are a big thing to him. Like, he loved to play with them, but he found them exceedingly annoying. He wants to know that. They're annoying. Why do they make so much noise? They're just annoying. And into a grandma figure's arms, okay? In a grandma figure's arms, which was red is important to her. So there's the color red is very important to her. So it feels like a grandmother figure of yours. Big love here. She's energetic, she's loud, and she's very excited. So I see it like this. So he leaps out of his body, and she's like this. She's like this. She's like a catcher. You know what I mean? And she sees him way across the heavenly realms, and he's running across the meadow, barking at the birds, if you could see this, jumping across, picking at stones and stuff like this. And then she's calling him, and he just leaps right into her arms. It's just really the coolest thing. And so she is in bare feet when she's doing this. Her feet and movement, she wants you to know, for whatever that means, are so easy now. So I don't know what was, again, we're all pieces of God, but I get what I get. But there's something, she's like, oh, my feet feel so good. She can move. She can feel her feet. Everything is just really, and she loves to be there in her bare feet now. So does that resonate in some way with you?
Maybe not right now, but it will.
But it will. Feet and movement are so easy for her now. He almost knocks her down. And they laugh and they roll. This is important in the green summer type grasses. So that's something that he really remembers, is rolling around in the grass and just and doing that, just loving that on his back and everything. And he would do this thing with his hind. He's showing me his hind. His butt would itch, and he would get the hind stuff. But the birds, he's always just yapping at the birds. The birds are just so annoying. As far as he's concerned, birds shouldn't exist. That's what he's saying to you. He's so wise, yeah. And you know what I'm going to do too is I'm going to bring this in here while you're doing that, and just kind of make this so much easier for you, because there's no need to just hold on to those tissues. Right. So let's just do it. Oh my God, I'm by far not the first, or will you be the last? He knocks her down, and there's such an exciting and happy reunion. And then my question, I guess, did they know each other? They didn't. Interesting. Because she was sent to receive him. Okay, that was really important. Was she close to you? Oh, okay. Was she like a mom? Okay, this is what she's saying right now. She was like a mom. Did she sort of help raise you? Did she raise you? Oh my gosh, that's what I'm seeing. Oh my God, her circulation is just so, she's just so together now. She's feeling good, and she can move and all that. Do you look a little bit like that side of the family? Would you say, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. She, what's her name? Who am I talking to? What's your grandma's name?
Priscilla.
Priscilla. Well, then I'm going to just write Pricella, or SCELL.
Yes.
S. Priscilla. Got it. Beautiful. Yeah, she was so happy to receive him because it was like receiving a part of you. It was like having your energy there in her arms again. She was a part of your life from when you were young. Like young is what she's showing. So was she more important to you than many other people in your life? She was it. Oh my God, I love it. That's fantastic. She is, and she's been gone for a while, 15, 20 years, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like it's been a while.
It'll be 15 years in
oh
December.
my God, there it is. So, and I'm so sorry for that, but she's so excited to have that piece of him. She wants to know, how are you eating? How's that going? You know, I mean, and it's just supposed to be like, did she cook for you? Did she?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was, and she wants to make.
Same.
Yes, same that you're eating well. She wants you to remember the food. There's so many smells in the kitchen. She wants to remember that she cooked with love. That's how she showed you how she loved you was through the food.
Yeah,
was through the food. She was with everybody, and she's still doing it. She's still cooking over there on the other side, which is so super cool. So she's just wants to know how. Wow, she's verbal. She's so happy to have understood you and loved you and accepted and supported you in ways when others didn't, if that resonates for you in a while. And she's ashamed of other people who did not honor and accept you the way she did. She's ashamed, and she wants you to know that you grewed up really good. You really, really did. So she is something about red. I don't know if she's showing me the color red. So again, I don't know. I mean, I know that's a color of love. What do you have of hers? Do you have, is there jewelry of some kind? Do you have something of hers? Yeah. Is it gold?
It is, yeah.
It's gold. She's showing. Is it ring? Wrist. There it is. Oh, perfect. She's so proud of that. Oh my God, love that adornment. I know I've got them all over for me too. There's my mother. So it's like, oh my gosh, she's so honored by that. But now she's like, nope, no more of that. She said, you have evolved. You are continue to evolve. You are who you are, and you need to put those other people, even though I feel like they're relatives of hers as well, is you just need to push it aside and don't give it any more of your thought. Just tune into her, tune into, Gabe as far as that's all concerned, that piece of it, because they're always rooting for you, just as your beautiful partner is always rooting for you. So it feels like a lot of stuff has gotten stuck in here, a lot of stuff in here from that kind, and I'm so sorry for that. That's really, I've gone through, oh my God, me too.
It's been a lot.
Well, I'm bisexual. So for me, I've made some choices in my life, and others were put down, and it's like, and I've carried a lot of crap with me, physical, mental, and emotional trauma that I've carried, and oh well, you know what I mean. So I want to say to you, I know, and I'm older than you are. So it's, yeah, I know. So she, the team, the two of them. Two are tag teaming again to just keep, helping to lead you in the right way. But again, your hands super strong. You use your hands a lot in your work, and your brain. Your brain and your hands are really important in your work. They're just super proud of that. That's really, really cool. But she can move, and something about her circulation, and her breathing as well. But I don't know, she's showing me her feet. She's in bare feet now. She would never have done that. She was in bare feet, and she can feel things now. I don't know if there's something with her circulation that was off at that time. So also there's her husband is on the other side, or somebody that she was a partner or married to. There's a man that she calls her husband, but I don't know if it was a partner, a male, a boyfriend, or something.
Nothing that nobody
that comes
I know
to
of.
mind. There's somebody on the other side who's a male, who feels a deep, emotional, sexual, some kind of connection with her, emotional connection. So I put that, and blue is big for this man. I mean, he's in the background and he's smoking a cigar or a pipe or something. I see him like this. I can smell it. And he's quiet, but he's a strong man, and he's sending love and support. He's also a thinker. He's a smart man, and he says, whether you remember any of that, he says he's logical and he's smart and he's like you that way. He says, so he's speaking to your grandmother and saying, well, I share those things with him because I'm logical and I'm smart in my body and all that kind of stuff. And look at Seth, look like he's the same way. You feel logical, you feel smart, you feel like you use your brain a lot.
Yeah.
And he's the same way, and he's very quiet, and he's letting Grandma and Gabe do their thing together. But there's a man in the background, so let it kind of filter through and see who that might be, whether it's a partner, whether it's a clandestine affair, whether it's some kind of, was she married, as you know?
She was married.
So that could have been this man. And I know there's a lot that goes on in these sessions, so I don't expect it to all come. So proud of you and your successes in your work. You're such a hard worker, like he was. So whatever that means, that, he's a hard worker, he's proud of you, and wishes he spent a little more time enjoying his life. And that message he's sharing to you through your grandmother, because now that he knows that, he says, what was so senseless about his death? So it's just something senseless. Again, if you go back and you think about it, there's something he feels like it just happened and it seemed senseless, whether it was an accident, whether it was something that just happened right away about his death. His message through your grandmother is, do enjoy life. Don't forget that every single day is a gift, and you know that already. So grieve, go through, do what you need to do, but know that your boy is there, all the time, as well as your beautiful Priscilla. She's there all the time, and I almost feel like she rocked you. I almost feel like she raised you. You know what I mean? Nothing had made her more proud. Nothing had made her more proud. I love that about her. Oh, I'm so glad she came through. Logic, numbers, what says, loves your strength in your work, and loves your heart. You have a big heart. Both of them say this red piece with your grandmother, the heart piece. This is where the two connect. She was showing Gabe about when he first crossed, and then she wants to share the word yellow fireflies everywhere. There were fireflies. So there's some sort of an event, summer evenings, fireflies. If it resonates with you now, which it seems that it might. Magical glimpses of light, magical glimmers, and he's almost like leaping and biting at things. And he's asking, do you remember? He asks, do you remember summer nights? Do you remember rolling in the grass? And do you ever remember a time where there are times where there were little flickers of yellow, of a little bit of light? He said that's what he's amongst all the time. And with her being there, being her guardian, they're guardians and guides for each other, a piece of you is there all the time. Nothing is lost. He did this. And now they continue. It was that fast. He knew her, she knew him. Doesn't matter about this life. And that was that. Do you remember, he asks, and
yeah,
you do.
I remember.
Do you? Do you remember the summer nights, the magical fireflies, the running, the cuddling, the happiness? You were, and you are, the best brother that he could ever have asked for. He wants you to know that he still comes and he lies in bed with you. When you are sad, when you are troubled or overtired in some way, he buries his head underneath your arm. Okay, it's like he tries to get his nuzzle in there. Whether Jacob is there or not at the time, he metaphysically, spiritually, energetically, showing me he's like, so here in the bed, and he's like this. He's got his head on the bed. And he almost, like he makes his way here. He nuzzles underneath. So this is, like he was so smart and wise that he wasn't that kind of dog. He says those dumb ones who were like, and they need stuff all the time and blah, 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 blah. And he's just like, he
very much so.
And he just makes his way across the bed or across the floor or across the couch or wherever you were, and then he just goes like this. He nuzzles underneath your arm. I don't know if you ever feel his energy at nighttime. Yeah. if you ever almost physically feel him still, almost like an extension of you, but he does that. He comes and he nuzzles with you, burying his head under your arm. He loved being tucked into covers, wrapped tight in blankets or hugs or towels or whatever it was. He loved to be under the covers, wrapped tight in your hugs, your embrace. He loved the way you always made him feel safe and important. So I just feel him almost being like a little papoose, like being wrapped up, or he liked to be warm. He liked to be cuddled. He liked to be embraced. That
I wouldn't say he liked it. He tolerated
it. But now he's saying there's an appreciation, which is great. Maybe he fought you then, but
maybe he appreciates it now.
But he appreciates it now, exactly. Seeing him romping outside with a bunch of other animals, and definitely Lucas, I put is part of all of this. But I will say this to you on tape. It's almost like he comes across and he's very wise and he's romping in the grasses then after their embrace with a bunch of other animals and, animals from life and animals that he's meeting for the first time. And they're mostly dogs. There are other animals, but they're mostly dogs. It really is he's a dog. He's likes to be around dogs. And it's almost like Lucas is there, and I see Lucas almost with glasses and a pipe, and he's just kind of like, oh, a new one. New one coming in, tolerating the new one coming in, you know what I mean? But they're connected and there's a closeness about all of them. But he's romping around. He's very social. He's very, very social, and he's a leader amongst the other animals. He really is. It's not like they go, oh, most of them. Luke is just so super incredibly highly evolved. But so is your pup. But he's amongst. Thank you, Gabe. There he is. I have no control over this music. Just gonna.
I'm listening. I didn't even notice.
It's okay. You are now. He wants you to just take a moment and be in that summer meadow. Can you do that? Gift. What a gift. Yeah, I'm just sort of everything's on right now. So, it's fantastic. It's Pandora. I have no control over what comes out of it. I just pay for it without commercials, and it's actually off streaming music for Reiki Radio. It's actually
cool. That's
and
so cool.
There's almost never a session where something doesn't come through spirit that I just go,
awesome.
Listen to that. Those damn birds. Gotta love those birds, but that was so calming. That was so summer. That was so fireflies. It was so beautiful. So birds. Burying his head, blah, blah, blah. Seeing you romping outside, him romping outside. He comforts others. He's social. He makes friends fast. And he gives joy to others. Please, he says, look at the photos of his eyes when you are down and out, and you will gain peace. That's a place where he will directly deliver to you. Do you have any physical stuff, he asks, of his collar? Would there be ashes? Would there be toys? Would there be sweaters? Whatever those things are. Whatever those are, he wants to say thank you. He says emphatically for loving me as much as I love you always. For you, he wants lighter thoughts, managing stress, travel. Where's that place you were going to go? There's going to be something you were going to do. Doesn't have to share it with me, but he says you need to go someplace. A place that you used to take, Gabriel. Nature, walk, hikes. Southwest, is the Southwest drawing you? Is New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, the Cape, down for downtime? Is anything there? Were any of those places that you
Lake George?
Yeah. Beautiful. There it is. So that's all that up stuff. There's also something about the Southwest. I don't know what that is. There's something about Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico. There's something about the energy being so spiritual and so beautiful to be a place he would love you to see. He would love you to see Sedona. He would love you to see the Grand Canyon. He'd love you to see, don't, but this is what I hear, but it's all that, that northern stuff, those things. It's kind of a place to go, maybe. Have you buried any of his things? Like, what form is he in right now?
He's in cremation.
He is, and do you have him? Fantastic. He honors and loves that, but he just wants you to go someplace where you guys used to go and do it with joyful stuff, whether you bring along a cherished collar, whether you bring his ashes along. I don't mean to lose them or scatter them necessarily, but I mean just something that you can have a piece of him with you and on you, so that you can take the tangible, the physical things that had his energy, and just be somewhere, and now translate as you move forward in this part of your life, still carrying the physical part of him as well as the emotional part, which is good. But New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Cape Cod, anything up. He says you need downtime. Lastly, there's a male person. I don't know if he's a brother, a friend. There's a male energy, okay, who's around. And again, you guys are the ones that clarify. I only get what they give me. Brother, friend type energy. Cousin, friend, colleague, brother, nephew, something. Hanging with Gabriel. Now on the other side, is there somebody that you've lost? It'd be hard to say right now. It would be hard to say. It would be hard to say. So maybe more will come with that. Feels like somebody closer to, like your grandma's older, obviously. This feels like somebody who could be a bit older than you, but somebody who's like a friend type. Possibly somebody, did you lose somebody who might have been a friend when you were in high school or college? Hard to say. So you can go back and again, don't, with your mind right now. He's saying hello. His breathing is really easy now. So there's something about this male figure in his breathing. He felt confused. He felt it was unfair to cross so soon. He felt, younger, like, a younger person when he crossed. But he's figuring it out. And he has his father. He wants, his father and his grandfather to help him daily. He's very thankful to you for whatever support and advice that you might have given this person. Again, whoever this is, and maybe somebody will come to you when he did. And he's a person who didn't always make good choices for himself. So wasn't like you seem like he's showing me you were a person who was, you got the work done and you did what you're supposed to do and you stayed in line and he was making stupid choices all the time. Felt like it could have been high school, college, and somebody who has crossed, who has just come through, and he's kind of hanging around Gabe too and just saying, want to play, have a good time. And I'm not the person who's going to sit and give you a bunch of names. That's not my thing. I can give descriptions, and sometimes names will come through. And I actually see an M, so I'm not sure if there's a person with a, whether it identifies, it's hard to say, and it doesn't matter, and that's fine. Carve out time, my friend, to take that trip or a trip or whatever it is that you want to do, you and yours, and a partner with the heart. Tree to plant, ashes to bury, to scatter something. What is there that you need to do? What is there that you feel down the line that you might want to do to honor him some more? He says less work and more play, please. And then sloppy, wet face kisses. So it's this kind of, and I feel like that's maybe something he didn't do all the time. Was he that, like, he wasn't that dog he's telling me, that's still a dog, he just needed everybody to tell him what to do. He was much smarter than that. He had much discretion. So he wasn't that dog that was
no.
But he's saying, all right, sloppy wet face kisses, that's what I'm going to give you and all of that. So that's cool. The only question would be, that energy, and it doesn't matter.
I'm sure.
And it's a possible.
I think I told you there's like a long line of people I'm sure want to
that
get
are in line.
To.
I don't know if it's an M. Yeah, M male, but it feels. I'm just gonna put an M. M and a question mark, and for some reason, green is important in this person. So again, maybe it'll come through, and if it doesn't today, tomorrow, a year from now, who cares? It does. But the biggest things in this pull through were your grandmother and your dog. So, I mean, that's pretty
It's big.
freaking big and amazing. I'm going to place these here. I would love to take a moment and do a
Absolutely.
spread, just a quick spread here. I want, if you don't mind standing up or looking and just seeing what resonates with you, if anything. And if not, I have others here, but I pulled out 4 that I thought might resonate with you. I also have dolphins and mermaids. I have goddess energy over here as well. But
I'm gonna go with this one.
and I knew it, damn it. You know why I knew it? It was the last one I pulled out of that group. I had those 3, and listen, I could be lying. I'm not. And then this one sat here, and I went, all right, pull out this one. So they're the ones. I'll just leave these here for now. This will be my issue later. So let's go ahead and do this. Are you feeling satisfied and?
Oh yeah. Nope, that was great.
Happy and wonderful and feeling like it all makes sense. Give me just a minute. Little lavender sage.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's beautiful. It smells so good. Beautiful universal God source energy, I ask you to please clear these beautiful archangel cards of any lower energies or past readings that might have occurred. And know that I am sitting heartfully and blessedly with Seth Barlick today, as he has made some beautiful connections with some super important energies that you harbor on the other side. We know that in our bodies we travel and that our energy is in and out, and we are so appreciative that these beautiful, important people in his life are still so incredibly anchored into this beautiful man's life. So what I'm going to do is ask you, you can do this one of 2 ways. I want you to put a thought out there, almost like it would be like, archangels, what else do you need? Would you like to share with me today? Or in your head you might say, is there anything else you can tell me, archangels, about my work, about my dog, about blah, blah. What I'll do is I'll put out 4 cards, and one is going to relate to your recent past. One is, a block in terms of what you're asking or what they want to tell you. The next is how archangel energy will help and what the near future might bring. And then if a couple others fall out, they just go out. I can do it like this, and I can wait for them to like that, if that's what you wish.
Yeah.
Or you can pick them yourself. So again, everybody's different. So that's why in my work I'm just very, I just sense and feel when something is supposed to be doing its thing. So go ahead and just keep thinking what is your thinking or asking, and they will do the rest. Oh, that was quick. That was a quick, easy one. I wish I did tarot, but I don't. I do many other things. Tarot is not my thing. They don't care about that one. And at the end of this, as I said, you can take some pictures, and then it will be some more energy for you. So, and you're welcome to keep everything inside, or you're welcome to say, oh my God, that resonates, or you can disclose, it doesn't matter. Prioritize. So what's going on in the recent past? Archangel Metatron, one of my absolute favorites. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. So whatever's going on in your life, your Archangel message for the first position card, which is about kind of what's been going on dealing with this in the recent past. What's your calling? What makes your heart sing? When you focus on these things, your joyful energy increases. which benefits everyone. Take charge of your schedule, spend more time on projects and activities that are close to your heart, and make choices that honor your priorities and support your life's mission. So it's about taking things and starting to get them back into a little bit of some sort of order, and making maybe mental lists, making physical lists of, all right, what's going on next? Does that resonate? And it looks great. Fantastic. I mean, it's all you guys, you can see it, they just fall out. So what's kind of a block with all of that? Healthy lifestyle. A block with all of this. Raphael, of course, is our healing archangel. Metatron is our archangel about shapes and numbers. Tetrahedrons and hexagons and sacred geometry and how things fit together. And Raphael is the green heart energy of the healing. And look what you're wearing, that beautiful green sweater, that beautiful cardigan that's happening here. So healthy lifestyle by them says there's a little bit of a block here. You are co-creating your health by following your inner guidance about lifestyle habits. I give you inner nudges to improve the way you eat or exercise or rest more often. My prodding isn't to nag you or rob you of pleasure, but my urgings are in response to your prayers or your thoughts or your wishes for higher energy levels, increased well-being and everything, weight loss, happier mood, whatever it is that we all need, sleep. When you take excellent care of your body, your mind, and your spirit, and your outlook, and everything else, and your self-esteem naturally blossom. Does that resonate in some way? I would say for me, that's a sleep piece for me, because my sleep is...
I know, I can't sleep.
Are you type A?
What do you mean?
So, always on the go, always thinking, always doing something, or like my husband, type B, here's my husband. All right, maybe I'll go over there.
Yeah, no, my brain never shuts off.
Constant, same
ever.
thing. So I'm type A as well. So
hate
you
it.
are type A.
I hate it, but it's the only way I know how to live.
And this card comes up for me a whole lot. You know what I mean? So healthy lifestyle, there's proddings and there's love about it, and you're wearing that healthy lifestyle. How are you going to be helped? I love this one. Uriel. Uriel is the grandfather, old uncle energy. He's the one that sits in where? Your solar plexus. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel. So he's that wise old, so this is Gabriel. Okay? It really, really is. And this is your grandma. Okay, which is so cool. There they are. That's so easy. Taking care of you, feeding the right way, getting the sleep, nurturing you. Dude, you know what to do. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay, because Gabriel is so wise, and he's yellow, and Uriel, and that's so him. So let's give you a couple other words about that, so that Gabriel doesn't think he's the only one that knows everything. Right, buddy? I mean, I know you know stuff, but you know what to do. You are far wiser than you realize, my friend. And your inner wisdom has already given you the answers that you seek. Oh, I hate it when they tell you know. Embrace this knowledge and trust it. If you're doubtful, ask me. Ask me to give you clear signs to validate your thoughts and your ideas. I can also help you put your ideas into action and make decisions about the next steps. Just ask me and be willing to work with me by taking action. So it really is just sitting with yourself and trusting, because you do know. But we fight things. I fight things all the time.
I do it all the time.
Do you too? I'm like, but I don't, that's not the answer I want. And then I'm like, and then I'm hearing or feeling, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So thank you, the two most important people in the middle. Birds. Spread your wings. Ariel is pink and green, and she's about the summer colors, and she's about beauty in life and joy in life. That's what she's all about. And don't think that Gabriel didn't send this. Don't think for a second this is a very wise dog. Do not hold back right now. The timing's perfect, and you are ready to soar. Spread your wings. Today, tomorrow, a year from now. I always say those things, because time here, time there, who knows? Who cares? Although you may feel intimidated by the prospect of certain changes, and by the thought of moving past your comforts and your comfort zones, you are ready to make some movements and fly high. Welcome new opportunities. Know it's safe to follow your heart and your dreams. Heart every one of them, heart comes in. Keep your focus upon love, service, and spirit, and avoid naysayers, the people that are putting you down. That level of people, that generation between your grandmother and you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. There's that. Wow. Wow. That generation between your generation and your grandmother's generation, that's toxic. Mm-hmm. It's volatile. Keep your focus upon love, service, and spirit, and avoid those people. Remember that you inspire others in your story of turning challenges into victories. Wow. Interesting. Do you journal? Do you write?
I should. I should.
And this is just reiterating. I need to say something to you. When I pulled these cards out, they were upside down. Did you see that they were upside down in the deck? They were upside down. That means these are blocks, but there's something that need to happen. This needs to be addressed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as we're taping, you got it, so there's clarity.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. So creative writing is about your soul longs for Your soul longs for creative expression through writing. Mm-hmm. I can help you schedule this activity. And this is Gabriel. Oh, God, you got all the good ones. Gabriel, throat chakra, blue. It's self-expression. That's the Arch Angel.
I named him after.
Gabriel. Sorry, just having a moment.
Tissue.
Please. Gracias. It was upside down because it's something that you need to do more of. So, that being said, I can help you schedule this activity, honor any thoughts or nudges that come from you when you write. The writing may be from your own enjoyment. It might be cathartic. It might be a release. As you work with your connection to the written word, you may receive divine guidance to write articles or books or as something for publication. Call upon me at the time to guide you through this process. Oh, beautiful Gabriel. Beautiful, beautiful Gabriel. You knew you had to get him. You knew you had to get him. And then lastly, Zadkiel. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Compassion. These were in an upside down position, and that being said, needs much more attention. Okay. Which is incredible. Zadkiel, you're killing me now, means righteousness of God. That's what it means. And he helps us release unforgiveness toward ourselves and others. Ask him to come into your dreams and act like a chimney sweep, just clearing everything. Zadkiel is that Swiffer. He's the one that gets rid of stuff. I can help you, Zadkiel, forgive yourself and others so that you compassionately can see everyone's point of view. You needn't change your stance or your behaviors. It simply means approaching a situation with a loving heart, which empowers you and it allows creative solutions to pour forth.
No, it makes sense that every bit of it. That's really cool.
So if you wish to use your camera,